Thank you very much, everyone, for coming to the 2026 Thomas S. Green Public Leadership Awards. I want to thank everyone in attendance, and by all means continue to get food and drinks, but I do want to get the program underway because there's a lot of celebrating to do. Not just, despite what Che probably thinks, celebrating where the Knicks are at in the playoffs, but also celebrating all of you. Yeah, I gave you the gratuitous Knicks shout out. But we do want to do the celebration befitting our award winners this year. So on that note, I want to explain who I am. I'm Paul Matthews. I'm the Executive Director and CEO of the Worcester Regional Research Bureau. We are a 41-year-old, yes, we're middle-aged, nonprofit that has been operating in Worcester since 1985, and we provide objective, data-based, apolitical research on some of the most pressing policy issues facing the city and the region. So we work on a wide variety of fronts with municipal governments, with policymakers on all levels, but the purpose of these awards are to celebrate the unheralded public servants who go above and beyond in serving public needs in our schools, in our municipalities, and in our region. So all of you who are here tonight, I want to thank you for coming to this celebration. I want to thank our award winners and our honorees for all they do, and I want to thank all the other public servants who strive every single day to serve the public to their utmost ability. I also would be remiss if I didn't thank our sponsors who made today possible: Country Bank, WellPoint, St. Gobain, Lamoureux Pagano, VHB, Keolis, M&T Bank, Phoenix Communications, Fontaine Brothers, Howard Stein Hudson, and Main Street Bank, as well as a series of institutions who have provided gifts for our honorees: the Beechwood Hotel, DCU Center, Ecotarium, Museum of Worcester, Music Worcester, Sharfman's Jewelers, the Worcester Art Museum, the Worcester Bravehearts, the Worcester Railers, and the Worcester Red Sox. So we really have a good representation of community institutions honoring the award winners. I also want to just take a minute to stress how much we appreciate the DCU Center hosting today. And I want to thank Amy Peterson, who might have had to slip away to the other event. Oh no, she's right there, good. I want to thank Amy, both who's an exemplary new general manager here at the DCU Center, but has been a great champion of the Bureau from her time at City Hall and her time here. And it's important to remember, this is a civically owned building. It's owned by the city. The Civic Center Commission governs the building. This was built with state and local funds, so it's a great opportunity to really showcase. And a lot of people, Amy, were mentioning to me they haven't actually been in this space before. So we really appreciate you hosting, and I want to thank Che for coming up with the idea and doing all the work with Amy to bring us here today. So on that note, I want to thank Che and the committee, because my coworkers and I, in the back of the room, Eric Nealand, our Director of Programs and Operations, Josh Boucher, our Senior Research Associate, and Sam Hurwitz, our new colleague, who's a Research Associate. We did not choose the honorees, okay? It's not the Bureau staff, it's not the Bureau Executive Committee, it's not our board. It is the Thomas Green Committee, and it's committed civic volunteers who spend a lot of time and engage in very thoughtful deliberation over how to choose the honorees that are most representative of public service. So I want to thank them. I want to thank all of you who nominated the honorees. Please nominate next year. The more the better. We'd like to make the committee's job tough by having lots of good nominations. So we hope you can nominate next year. And we look forward to the celebration. So I'm going to turn over to Che, who's a wonderful host and MC, and let him take it away.
Yep. Oh, how's it going, folks? Hey there. I'm actually only here for half a second because I did want to give our host an opportunity, and so I'm actually going to be introducing the general manager of the DCU Center, my former colleague at City Hall, and a great recovering municipal employee, Amy Peterson.
I moved that way down lower. Thank you, Che. Good evening. It is an honor to welcome you to the DCU Center for tonight's presentation of the Thomas Green Public Service Awards, one of Worcester's most meaningful traditions of recognizing excellence in public service. For nearly 4 decades, the awards established by the Worcester Regional Research Bureau have celebrated the unsung heroes of local government, individuals whose dedication, professionalism, and resilience strengthen our communities every single day. As a former recovering member of the municipal workforce in Worcester, and now as the general manager of a municipally owned venue, I've had a front row seat and a backstage pass to the Herculean work that the likes of tonight's honorees have performed. Much like the events and entertainment industry, it is often the work that happens behind the scenes, in the middle of the night, on holidays and on weekends. It's often carried out quietly and without fanfare or without headlines. They are problem solvers, troubleshooters, collaborators, and more importantly, they are our friends, neighbors, and loved ones, all supporting their communities and improving the quality of life for others. While we rest, they work, because as we say in the industry, the show must go on. On behalf of the DCU Center, Legends Global, and our municipal partners, thank you to our honorees and to your families. We are grateful for your service and proud to be among those to witness your accomplishments. Thank you to the Worcester Regional Research Bureau, Paul Matthews, Eric Neeland, your research associates, the entire staff and board for their commitment to preserving this tradition, which encourages future generations of municipal leaders and public service heroes. Thank you, and on with the show.
Move that right back on up. Okay. All right. If it's your first time experiencing a Thomas Green Award, can I get a show of hands? First time being here? Amazing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. If you are a former Thomas Green recipient, could you stand up? If you're able, could you? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You thought you'd just sit here in the audience, we would acknowledge you again. We will. We will continue to, because quite frankly, my favorite thing about this process and this award ceremony is that sometimes, and we all can be honest about this amongst friends, when someone talks about municipal employees, there's a very specific image you get in your head. You think about that person that has you waiting in the long line to pay that parking ticket because you shouldn't have parked there in the first place, right? You think about that person that you call that tells you you called the wrong person, and then you ask for the number for the right person, and they may not have that, right? And the thing that I can say is that that's been happening less and less in our communities. And that is a sign of great leadership, and that is a sign of people hearing about the great work that's being done and going, I want to be a part of that process. And so the goal of something like this is to acknowledge the people that may go under-acknowledged or unacknowledged, so that those other people can hear what a municipal employee truly is and what we can aspire to be. And so the hope is that in a couple years, someone asks the same kind of question, and none of you laugh because you have no idea what we're talking about, right? Because the people we're going to be honoring tonight are actual examples of great, true municipal employees. So for those of you that are past recipients, thank you for the work you do and continue to do, and now we can get things going, all right? I would like to say this one more round of thank yous just to make sure we get these out. Our lead sponsors again, Country Bank and WellPoint. Also, the recipients of tonight's Thomas Green Awards are going to be getting some gifts from legislators and citations. And so thank you to Representatives Mahoney, Keefe, who I saw here, Representative Donahue, LaBeouf, and O'Day, as well as Senators Kennedy, Moore, and Durant for those citations. Also just like to acknowledge we have other elected officials from our city, including School Committee Member Melman. Thank you for joining us. And the mayor was not able to be here today, so he has sent a representative, and so I'd like for you to give it up for Counselor Satya Mitra. All right. Thank you. And please tell me when you get here if it actually is Dr. Counselor or Counselor Doctor. I want to make sure I do that right next time. Of course.
Satya Mitra. I'm here on behalf of our favorite mayor, Mr. Joe Petty. He couldn't make it to this event, and he sent his good wishes. Congratulations to the honorees, and also regretted that he couldn't be here today. But called me, and his office called me and said that if I could go and speak on his behalf. So he sent me his speech to read. I just, I like it because at the end when I finish my reading the speech, I get all the applause, so I treasure it. But in case I did something wrong, blame goes to him. So, so with that note, I just would like to continue with the speech that he sent me. Here is what Mr. Mayor sent for all of you. Good evening. Thank you to Paul Matthew and Worcester Regional Research Bureau for once again organizing this vital celebration of our municipal workforce. I also want to extend my gratitude to Amy Peterson and the DCU Center for generosity hosting us tonight. I'd like to recognize my colleagues in government joining us, including City Manager Mr. Batista and Superintendent Brian Allen, as well as Che Anderson, my good friend, and the entire awards committee. Since 1988, these awards have highlighted the unsung heroes who dedicated their careers and personal lives to our communities. We recognize that public service, which is more than professional competency. It requires a cooperative, helpful attitude and an enthusiastic performance of tasks for beyond the call of duty. Tonight, we proudly celebrate 5 individuals whose daily dedication transforms lives. We honor Christina Connolly for her profound compassion connecting our most vulnerable residents to critical society services at the Worcester Public Library. We recognize Emily Globitz for her collaborative and innovative regional planning at the CMRPC. We celebrate Richard Gonzalez for his unwavering frontline commitment to mental health and housing support at Worcester Health and Human Services. And we applaud Kelsey Lamoureux and Sue Obiro for their tireless work equipping students for the future and warmly guiding families through the Worcester Public Schools. We will continue to build a stronger, more resilient Worcester by following the example set by tonight's heroes, honorees. We will ensure that our city government remains responsive and compassionate, working tirelessly alongside our schools, regional partners, and neighborhoods. It takes all of us working together toward a common goal to make our city truly thrive. Please join me in congratulating Christina, Emily, Richard, Kelsey, and Sue for this well-earned honor. Let us look. Let us look to them as our role models who show us how to turn strangers into neighbors, and let us all recommit to serving our community with that same spirit. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the reception. That's what Mayor's speech was, and I'm a new councilor at large in your city, and if Mayor asks you how I did, just be easy on me. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor. To keep the program moving right along, the next person I'd like to bring up is one of our honored guests, the city manager of this city and one of my former colleagues, city manager. Waiting for that beer tray to go by, so you're not walking up with the beer tray. I got you. Yeah, I know. Optics, brother, optics. I get it. It's okay. It's all right. I'd like to invite up my friend and colleague, city manager Eric Batista.
I actually probably appreciate a nice cold one right now. Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? Good. Thank you again, and good evening. For me, it's a pleasure to be here to celebrate with all of you as a city manager and congratulate all the winners of the Thomas Green Awards. It's been said before, but more often than not, public service, it's in the spotlight when something goes wrong or people are upset. That's usually when public service is in the spotlight. When your trash isn't collected, or rents are going up, or snow isn't plowed, it's rare that the workers who are dedicated to public service are appreciated for the everyday effort they put in to keep the city, the county, or the region running. I want to thank, honestly, the Research Bureau, the Worcester Regional Research Bureau, for taking the time to recognize the hard work of public servants since 1988. I also want to thank them for partnering with the city. I know that we're hosting the State of the City next week on Wednesday. But this year, 2 of the 5 Thomas Green Awards winners work for the municipality. One of our unsung heroes, Richie Gonzalez. Yes. Richie works for the Department of Health and Human Services. He's often found out in the field, going into the woods to find members of our unhoused population, sitting with them in the sidewalks, having conversations in the parks, to offer and connect them to the much-needed services that they need. We also have Christina Connolly. Christina, she's over there. Yes. Christina's work is also similar. Though instead of going out, maybe perhaps sometimes on the field, but often not in the field, she found a way to connect our unhoused population with services at a place they frequent, which is our Worcester Public Library. She created the Community Resources Department of the library and now works as a director. And her job is connecting individuals with critical social services like housing, food resources, healthcare, and employment opportunities. I really want to thank both of them for their commitment to the city's most vulnerable residents, because we know their work is quite literally saving lives. So I want to thank them both for that. They're both shining examples of what public service can look like. I also want to thank the Worcester Public Schools employees who are being honored today, Kelsey Lamro and Sue Obero. Did I say it right? Obero? All right. Kelsey, thank you for the work that you do to connect students with workforce development opportunities, giving them the skills that will help them succeed once they graduate. And Sue, I want to thank you for creating a welcoming and supportive place for parents to interact with the Worcester Public Schools. I also want to shout out Emily. Emily, where's Emily? Emily, where do I see you? She's over there, Emily. Yes. A Worcester resident who is being honored for her work with the CMRPC. CMRPC is I don't even gonna try it. The Central Mass Regional Planning Council. There you go, I got it right. Emily works on housing, especially helping guide production to ensure a percentage remains affordable. And we all know how critical that work is right now in our community. I really want to thank all the 5 honorees for their commitment to public service. Their work shows that this is not just a job for them. It is a calling. Working in public service is a calling. It's not just a job. Because of everything that we've talked about. We're lucky that they have chosen to serve the public and help better the communities in this community. And to close, I also want to give a quick shout out to former colleague Amy Peterson, and also for the hosting of the DCU, Che Anderson. Oh, Amy's over there. Che Anderson for acting as the award committee chair. I want to thank all the families. Public service can be tough. And most of you who work in municipal government go home with that. And you have those conversations in the dinner tables, and you have those conversations in your spaces that you often go to. And it's tough because family deal with that too. They know when things are being said about you or things are being talked about, etc. So it's extremely important, and I really, really thank the families, because these municipal employees need your support. And as they move forward in pursuing their calling to serve this community, we want to thank you for your sacrifice and your support that you provide them as well. You have dedicated, you as an employees, you have dedicated countless hours in service to your community. And I want to thank you for helping organize and helping recognize others as well who have done the same in this city. So again, congratulations to all of you. Thank you for your service. Continue to working hard. This city needs it. We all need it. But much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manager. Next up, we have our honored guest joining us, the Superintendent of the Worcester Public Schools. Please give it up for Superintendent Brian Allen.
Good evening, everybody. It's great to be at the DCU, so thank you, Amy. I was here every night last week with graduation, so it feels like I'd never left. I was going to give my graduation speech, but I didn't think it was going to go over as well in this crowd. It starts with, "No cap, you cooked." So if that means anything to you, then I can keep going. I want to thank the Research Bureau, Paul, your team. I know you like to be behind the scenes and give all the credit to others, but thank you for the work the Research Bureau does, and to the Awards Committee, Che, and your team for the selection process. We know this is going on nearly 4 decades of recognizing municipal employees for the work that they do through the Thomas Green Public Service Awards. And so we appreciate the work that you do to highlight and celebrate the employees from around the area. I'd like to also congratulate tonight's recipients, Christina, Emily, Richard, and of course our 2 recipients from the Worcester Public Schools, Kelsey and Sue. As public servants, tonight's recipients go above and beyond, and they think outside the box to help everyone that they serve stay on a path to success, ranging from connections to food resources and social services, to addiction recovery, to solutions in our region's housing crisis, and of course, helping families and students navigate a large public school system to ensure all students are successful. All of this work is deeply meaningful, having a major impact on the lives of residents in our community. These recipients are often the unsung heroes of their work, but tonight it's our privilege to be here to help honor them. I'm proud to share that the 2 recipients from the public schools, Kelsey and Sue, I know firsthand how dedicated, passionate, and committed they are, and I've witnessed how they always go the extra mile to ensure our students and families have everything they need. For 2 decades, I've known Sue that long. Sue Aberio has been the glue, first at the Durkin Administration Building, now at Parent Information Center, doing her work. Even during the most hectic of times, Sue is a calm and welcoming presence who always takes the time to meet with every family, coworker, and member of the community, greeting them with a warm welcome, a smile, and the attention and care that they need to navigate our school system. Fluent in 8 languages, I'm barely fluent in 1, Sue affirms people of all backgrounds and does an excellent job helping families and everything they need to enroll their children in our school. She spends countless hours meeting with families to understand what it will take to ensure their children will be successful, ensure they don't leave the Parent Information Center without everything they need. More than anything, Sue makes sure that the parents and students feel welcome and prepared for one of the most important experiences of their lives, going to school. Our second recipient, Kelsey, who we stole from the dark side, that's okay, is the Assistant Director for the Innovation Career Pathways Program. Kelsey is a rising star in the district, and she oversees the extended day career vocational program for high school students who are not enrolled in Worcester Tech or one of the Chapter 74 programs. Innovation Career Pathways allows students to build workplace skills so they can thrive as future professionals who will fuel our region's economy. Kelsey's tireless work and dedication continue to expand opportunities for our students, most recently with the launch of the Clean Energy Pathway that was just announced 2 weeks ago. Kelsey's hard work, dedication to our youth, and relationship building with businesses and organizations have resulted in a continuous expansion of work-based learning and other opportunities. Both Kelsey and Sue make the Worcester Public Schools proud, and I thank them immensely for their passion and dedication to the work. Truly, all of tonight's recipients do a tremendous job making Worcester a better place to live, work, learn, enjoy life, and to be successful. Thank you for all you do. No cap, you cooked.
Thank you, Superintendent. Judy, I hope we can clip "No cap, you cooked." I want that. I need that. I'm going to bring that to our next meeting. Before we get to the awards presentation, I do want to do one really quick thing, because numerous times tonight you've heard a thank you to our committee, and so I do want to just take a moment to very specifically name the people who've taken time out and dedicated their time to doing this work. And so I'd like to give a big thank you to Joyce Augustus, Melanie Bonsu, Casey Burns, Katie Crockett, Ellen Ganley, Dave Garvin, Carlisa Henry, Paul Matthews, Michael McDermott, Caitlin O'Brien, Todd Rodman, Hank Stoltz, Michelle Tafal-Frier, and Bobby Yarney for dedicating time and volunteering time to being able to make tonight happen. It does not happen without you, so thank you to all of you for that. All right, and now for the awards presentation. Don't worry, you're not late. It's okay. It's all right. No. The first award is for Emily Globitz of the Central Mass Regional Planning Commission. And to tell you more about Emily and the amazing work that she's been doing, I'd like to introduce our committee member, Joyce Augustus.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Woohoo! We're here celebrating all these wonderful recipients this evening. And so thank you for being here. Again, my name is Joyce Augustus, and I have the honor and great pleasure of presenting the Thomas S. Green Award to Emily Globitz. Emily is the manager of housing projects at CMRCP. After reviewing numerous recommendations and interacting with Emily throughout this process, a consistent theme came about. Whether it describes a senior manager, a colleague, mentor, or a community leader, Emily is recognized not only for her professional expertise, but also for her kindness, humility, genuine care for others. She approaches her work with grace, compassion, respect, and making everyone feel as if they're heard. Emily received enthusiastic support from leaders across Worcester and the surrounding communities like Charlton, Shrewsbury, Princeton, where she partnered with residents and local officials to advance housing initiatives and strengthen community engagement. Her work has helped create more diverse housing opportunities while fostering trust between local government and the communities it serves. One of Emily's greatest strengths is her ability to bring people together. She creates welcoming spaces, dialogue, and ensure community members have meaningful opportunity to participate. Whether scheduling meetings at convenient times or providing childcare to increase accessibility, she consistently removes barriers and encourages engagement. Emily's passion for service extends beyond her professional role. For years, at least 5 to 6 years, she has served as a member and a mentor for the first-generation college students at Quinn Sigmund Community College. She has also overseen the internship program at CMRCP, helping young professionals gain confidence and thrive. One mentee reflected on Emily's welcoming approach, noting there's no stupid question philosophy, and her ability to make everyone feel comfortable and supported. Fun facts about Emily: a talented violinist with the Worcester Symphony Orchestra. Emily's musical defined demeanor, the qualities she brings to her work, like a beautiful composition. She navigates challenges with precision, poise, and harmony. Her interactions with others strike a positive chord, and her thoughtful leadership creates a rhythm of collaboration and trust. So there is certainly a correlation worth noting. If you're looking to improve your patience, your self-discipline, your emotional control and consideration for others, perhaps violin lessons might help. Yes, we'll take a note from Emily. So while music may have refined Emily's qualities, it's her inherent kindness, compassion, and character that truly distinguishes her. Her caring nature leaves a lasting impression on everyone she meets. And when asked what's the most important thing about her job, Emily says, "I love my job. I get excited about feeling community. And it's just the best job with amazing people." One of her supporters summarized it this way: Emily embodies the spirit of public policy and public service. This award is represented to her because she's thoughtful, she's driven, she's innovative, and deeply committed to improving the quality of life in the communities she serves. Congratulations, Emily, and congratulations to all recipients.
Thank you so much, Joyce Augustus, for those kind words. I'm so humbled by those who nominated me and by the selection committee for this recognition. And also congratulations to my fellow honorees. It's been really inspirational just learning about the work going on in the city's civic institutions and all the ways, innovative ways you find to serve your communities. Thank you to the Worcester Regional Research Bureau, not only for hosting this uplifting event, but really for all the work that you do put into researching and deeply analyzing public policy issues in Worcester and the surrounding communities. Your reports are so informative. I always look forward to them, and you're a trusted source for our leaders and residents, and I know that CMRPC is a proud partner. I have to thank my awesome table of supporters over in the corner who came here tonight, my parents, a social worker, and a public school teacher who personify selfless service and have just the natural ability to bring humor to lighten the mood and make people feel at ease. My boyfriend Chris is here, my amazing friends are here, and some of my CMRPC colleagues were able to fit this in before rushing off to Sutton for our annual meeting, which is happening right now. So thank you for making the time to show up for me. Your support just means so much more than you know. At CMRPC, I'm really lucky to work with just the most thoughtful, hardworking, dedicated group of professionals who make it a positive experience to show up every day. My success it's just a reflection of the incredible team that I get to work with. Our executive director, Janet Pierce, who wanted to be here tonight, and deputy executive director Trish Settles have helped build a supportive culture and work environment that empowers staff to do this meaningful work in our 40 very diverse communities. As a planner focused on housing needs, I've really grown to treat my position as a privilege. While it comes with its occasional challenges and frustrations and a lot of night meetings, those are just far outweighed by the opportunity to step into towns and just directly work on ways to tackle difficult, complex issues. And I'm just really grateful to play a part in this work and helping people proactively shape their communities and their homes. As planners, we face so many challenging issues and competing priorities, and I don't claim to have all the answers, but I know to lead with compassion and the knowledge that when people feel heard and recognized, that's when we can really begin to build resilient communities. So with that, thank you all again for supporting me professionally and personally, and congratulations to my fellow awardees. So thank you.
Thank you and congrats again, Emily. And thank you for all of you who are here and not at your annual meeting, and we won't judge you when you have to go do that. Okay, moving right along, our next award we presented to Christina Connolly of the Worcester Public Library, and introducing Christina will be Ellen Ganley from Myrick.
Good evening, everyone. As Che mentioned, my name is Ellen Ganley. I work as a marketing specialist for Myrick, downtown law firm. I am a former municipal employee, recovering, like Che and Amy, and a longtime member of the Thomas Green Awards Committee. I believe strongly in celebrating the good news, the good work, and the good people that make this city such a special place. Like any urban center, Worcester's not without its challenges. The individuals we celebrate tonight are here in large part for their tenacious efforts to take many of those challenges on head on. Thank you. Congratulations to each one of you, and quite honestly to all the individuals nominated. The selection process this year was again challenging with so many worthy nominees. If I can indulge in a moment of self-congratulation and pats on the back for my fellow committee members, I'd say once again we nailed it, selecting the best of the best for this year's awards. It's my distinct honor to now introduce our next honoree, Christina Connolly, Community Resources Manager for the Worcester Public Library. For many, the library is a place to borrow a book or use a computer, but for countless others facing hardship, uncertainty, or difficult circumstances, Christina has helped to make it so much more. A welcoming refuge, a source of guidance, and a reminder that they matter. Her purpose is not simply connecting people to books, but connecting them to hope, opportunity, and dignity. She knows that each person that walks through those doors has a story. They are met with compassion, respect, and support. Christina possesses a capacity to listen, really listen without judgment, modeling the adage, never judge a book by its cover. When Christina began her tenure at Worcester Public Library 14 years ago as a reference librarian on the desk, who could have imagined the transformation yet to take place? What began, as a deeply compassionate approach to service has evolved into a fully integrated department with dedicated staff, a social worker, and is now embedded within the library's strategic priorities. Honestly, if you knew Christina, you would have seen it coming. Despite having grown up in the small town of Whitensville, she says she's always wanted to work in an urban setting, drawn to its diversity, check, and excitement, double check. She was always drawn to public service. Growing up in a family of teachers and nurses, she credits her father for instilling her kindness and generosity of spirit, but also his ability to keep it real. After all, despite her best efforts, not every story is a fairy tale, nor has a happy ending. Christina is a true leader within the library, ensuring that services delivered are done so with consistency, compassion, and always making a measurable impact. She has worked to learn about the various resources available and worked tirelessly to build partnerships, even personally visiting local social service agencies. Recognizing that the library serves in many ways as the city's de facto day shelter, she has prioritized bolstering both her own and her colleagues' knowledge, be it around opioids, mental health first aid, or nonviolent de-escalation. As noted in her nomination, she models best practices for staff, fosters a safe, supportive environment. She's widely respected by colleagues, community partners, and patrons alike for her integrity and her commitment to ethical service. In her own words, we're all here together, let's make it work, let's do something positive. And she notes, the library has always been on the right side of history. Christina, thank you for your service to our collective community and for serving as a remarkable example of what public service can be. It's my honor to present to you the 2026 Thomas S. Green Public Service Award. Congratulations.
Oh, my goodness. Whew. This is such an honor. Thank you. All right, let's do this. Thank you, Ellen, for the kind words. Thank you, City Manager Eric Batista. Thank you, Worcester Regional Research Bureau and the committee. And congratulations to Emily, Sue, Kelsey, and Pastor Richie. As you can see, Worcester is full of helpers, and librarianship is actually a team sport, so I have a lot of people to thank, including all my coworkers that are here tonight. Thank you guys for taking the time to be here. I would not have received this award without the full support and advocacy of the City of Worcester and the Worcester Public Library's board and leadership. So thank you especially to Jason Homer, our Executive Director and Visionary, and Sulma Rupert Silva, our fearless Director of Operations. They always acknowledge and support the work of our front-facing staff. The library is a third space or a second space or even a first space for many people, and we are blessed to have leaders who understand the complexities involved in serving all members of our community, particularly those who need it most. I would like to call out a few former Thomas Green Award winners, starting with Caitlin Duncan, the library's tireless New Americans librarian and my favorite office mate. A joy to work with, a constant inspiration, and thank you so much for the camaraderie and all of the tech help, past, present, and future. Linnea Sheldon, our communications manager and marketing guru, consistently the sweetest, gentlest, most patient person to work with, no matter what we throw at her last minute. Thank you, Linnea. Joel Wentworth, who is not here, he's had a very busy day at the library, but he is the heart of the library. He is our longtime facilities manager who has literally given blood, sweat, and tears in service of the city and our staff. It's been 40 years and counting. Thank you, Joel. And Evis Terpolari, the city's housing and homeless services manager. Before the library hired an actual social worker, and I was acting as one for many years, it was Evis who always returned my texts and acted as a sounding board and helped me to be able to help others. Thank you, Evis. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, the whole team at Health and Human Services. Appreciate your help. And I just broke the mic. Whoa, got a little too excited there. There we go, sorry. Priya Subramanian and Amy Klein. Amy and I were hired at the same time, and we've gone through a lot of adventures together. She's my consigliere. Thank you for all the necessary silliness and the encouragement over the years, both of you. To all the patrons who have entrusted me with their stories of resilience and survival, told me about resources, spilled the tea, and included me in their community, it has truly been one of the great privileges of my life, and it's honestly hard to believe I'm winning an award for serving people who have given so much back to me. I would like to say rest in power to Jessica, Jimmy, Keith, Alston, and way too many others who we have gotten to know and love, but lost too soon. Thank you to my family, my parents who are here. My mom was a social worker too, must be something to that. My sons, being their mother, has taught me everything I really needed to know. And my husband, Barry, who never fails to ask me how my day is and if I need to talk. And if you know me, the answer is always yes. Happy anniversary, and I love you. Today is a heartening reminder of all the positivity and light that exists in the world all around us. Thank you to everybody for supporting public libraries and to everyone who, through 1,000 choices each day, continues to fight the good fight. Thank you.
Thank you. Whoa, wow. Yep. It's like nothing happened. All right, there we go. Thank you, Christy. You know, for winning the award, you could break one mic. That's it. You get one, and that was it. Thank you for all you do. Moving right along, our next award recipient is formerly here listed as Richard Gonzalez from Worcester Health and Human Services, but I think most people in the room know him as Pastor Richie. And we're going to have him be introduced by Katie Crockett.
I don't know, Christina. Did I do it okay? All right. Imagine you're a 7-year-old boy in Puerto Rico. Your father died when you were an infant, and now your mother can't take care of you and has abandoned you. Your first night is spent in a church parking lot drain pipe, and you wake up to neighborhood children taunting you. You get swept into nefarious groups and live in a world of abuse, addiction, and stealing in and out of juvenile prison. This is a story of Richard Gonzalez, better known as Richie or Pastor Richie. Today, he is the community navigator and recovery coach for Worcester's Health and Human Services, having flipped his own experiences to find love for the community's most vulnerable. He builds trust with sufferers and approaches each one with a fierce determination to be sure they're safe and in a supportive environment. The journey from Richie's childhood in Puerto Rico to his Worcester adulthood was nothing short of inspirational. A turning point was when he joined his family in Worcester as a young adult. He eventually found the welcoming arms of the community, dropped his illicit ways, and discovered deep purpose in helping others. Eventually, he established the nonprofit Net of Compassion to serve the poverty-stricken, providing food, clothing, shelter, and a supportive community. With other volunteers, he continues to find time to have an active role in the net of compassion. Family. Family is very important to Richie. And he married Elizabeth 25 years ago. Woohoo! And they have a very large family, many of whom are here tonight. You guys get up, let's go. This is Richie's family here. In an ultimate example of Richie's caring and grace, he brought his mother, yes, that mother that abandoned him as a child, he brought her to Worcester to live out the end of her life with her family. Richie has pulled himself from a dark past to rise above his circumstances and light the path for others to find meaningful lives with dignity. His dedicated compassion is unparalleled and colors his professional and personal life seamlessly. To him, it's not just a job. It's not just volunteering. It's not just a family. It is a calling. Thank you for all you do, Richie, and congratulations on this well-deserved award.
Oof. I'm very grateful and I feel very honored to be here. I want to thank everybody that made this possible. I want to thank every person in this city that have a heart of faith and that believe in change and transformation, and that's why I'm here. People that believe in the potential. It doesn't matter what is the outer appearance of the person, it doesn't matter the process that that person is going through, but you look beneath the dirt and you see the diamond that is within every soul that we encounter every day. And because people like you, that's why people like me can be able to get to where I am today. Those of you that know me knows that if I speak, improvise, they will get security to get us out of here 20 hours later. But I want to respect the program, and I just wrote, I think the most highlight of everything that's been going through my mind. And first I want to say that I am here first because of God, and because God blessed me with an amazing family that saw the gold in me when everybody only saw dirt. My wife Elizabeth and the whole family, they come together. A family that loved me until I became love. I am here because God blessed me with friends that strengthened me and became closer than a brother, a sister, a mother, and a father. All of you. A lot of you are here today. Through my process, I discovered that God placed in me the calling of Nehemiah. If you don't know who was Nehemiah, you can go to the Bible, one of the last books in the Old Testament. And it is this man that was reality taken in exile, in captivity. And he's working for the kingdom that he took over their city. And working there as a copper, he saw the suffering of the city. He saw the suffering of Jerusalem. He saw the suffering of the people. And even though he was in a place that he was not suffering, he was in a position of elevation, he still heard from the people that were still struggling. And the king saw the sadness on him and said, what are you sad? And he told him, how can I be happy when my people are going through this situation? And it is in that position that the king told him, get whatever you need from our kingdom. Get money, get people, get horses, go and build, and whatever you need for that work of restoration, use it from the treasury. And even though I believe that I started this as a faith-based path, faith is not away from government for me. It's all about community altogether. And it's amazing how this governmental and the city saw the work and opened the doors for me to be able to have a platform from the city to keep doing what I love, and it's loving people to life. And to me, that's a lot to say to the government of this city. And I try to change the stigma of city. I carry that tag with pride. With pride, to show people, yeah, city real care. People sometimes, the city doesn't do nothing. Yeah, there's a lot of pain that the city go through every day. Every person that work here to make a change. So I discovered that God placed in me the calling of Nehemiah. A man that was moved by the brokenness in the city, finding favor with the king, and from a government platform, he brought restoration. I learned that the love for my neighbor became the power that brought me onto today, and the power that helps me overcome every challenge in my life. No more longer drugs, no more longer anger, no more longer violence, but loving my neighbor. That became my path of recovery, my medicine, right? My cure from the cancer that was eating me up. I was able to become the man I am today because I was blessed to come to a city where people believe in change. We cannot pour out from an empty cup. And I have been able to give to others because in this city it has been given to me. Today is the honoring, the celebrating, and the victory of those that believe and invested in me. But today is an example and a proof and an evidence that recovery is possible. The people can change. The people can change. Yeah, they just need our help. But people can change. I am the result of your love and your care, and also of your correction and your discipline. Everything is needed. So today I'm grateful for the Department of Correction. I'm grateful for the police department because all those things, all that correction was needed to bring me back to my senses. I realized that not everyone who left was a loss, and that not every delay was a denial. I have learned that before I could conquer anything in the world, I need to conquer myself. And I always open, and I had no shame to share my past. I had no even shame to even trying to seal my story. Because I want to show all the people that have a history that yes, you can change, and there's people that believe that you can do it also. And we have to be open on that because we cannot transform what we refuse to face. In the same way that an arrow must be pulled back before it's released forward, and I see all that struggle, sleeping in that water pipe, all the life that I went through, it's like pulling back, pulling back, pulling back. But in the same way that an arrow must be pulled backward before it is released forward, God will pull you into quietness and sometimes into pain and sorrow before launching you into greatness. And today I see that greatness. This position gave me a platform, and I want to thank Mary Castile for always believing in me from day one. Day one. Day one. And this position gave me a platform where I can be a beacon of hope to those going through dark moments. I want to thank all of you that have been by my side, all my friends. Love you all of you. And this is a victory for you, and this is a door that is open for all of you. Michelle, I love you. All of you. Kiari, my co-workers, I'm telling you, I never in my life experienced a working environment like the HHS office. It is amazing. Never in my life I experienced something like that. And We are family. We do this with love. Love binds us together, and that's why we give love to others. Thank you for allowing me to serve.
Moving along to our Worcester Public School segment of the program, we'd like to honor next Kelsey Lamoureux from the public schools, and she'll be introduced by Carlisa Henry of Legendary Legacy. Come out.
Good afternoon, everyone. All right. Hold on, technology. I knew I should have printed it. Okay. All right, so my name is Carlisa Henry, and I am a community coordinator at Legendary Legacies, which is a local reentry nonprofit organization based in Worcester. It is my first year serving on the award committee, and it has been an honor, and I'm so glad to be a part of this prestigious award. The Thomas S. Green Public Service Award recognizes individuals whose dedication, leadership, and commitment make Worcester stronger. Tonight, I am honored to introduce one of those individuals, Kelsey Lamoureux. A Worcester native who grew up in Auburn, Kelsey has dedicated more than a decade to public service. She has dedicated more than a decade to public service, workforce development, and education. Her passion for helping others began early. Even as a middle school student, she was creating opportunities for her community by organizing a bedtime story program for children. Kelsey's educational journey reflects her commitment to growth and leadership. She earned her MBA from Worcester Polytechnical Institute, and is now working on a second master's degree in educational leadership at Fitchburg State University. But what truly sets Kelsey apart is how she has used that education in service to others. Kelsey's devotion to service has taken her around the world and back home again. As a Peace Corps volunteer in Morocco, she worked in schools, youth centers, and women's centers, an experience that helped shape her vision for empowering others through education and opportunity. She later brought that same passion to her work at the WCAC, YouthWorks, Mass Hire, and so much more, even the Worcester Job Fund, where she helped expand workforce training programs that connected individuals to meaningful careers and family-sustaining wages. Today, as an Assistant Director of Innovation Career Pathways for Worcester Public Schools, Kelsey serves at the intersection of education, workforce development, and economic growth. She connects high school students all over the city with employers, industry professionals, and career exploration opportunities, helping young people see a future filled with possibilities, not just jobs, but meaningful careers, and again, living wage opportunities. I have personally seen the impact of her work firsthand. At Legendary Legacies, we recently and currently have a wonderful intern who came through the Innovation Careers Pathway program. Witnessing that students' drive and ambition has given me an even deeper understanding and appreciation for Kelsey's commitment to creating opportunities for others. When Kelsey is not on the clock, you can catch her with her very supportive family, or she's enjoying the outdoors, gardening, and even cake decorating. Those who know Kelsey describe her as organized, collaborative, energetic, and deeply committed to excellence. She is someone who consistently goes above and beyond because she truly believes in the power of helping people reach their potential. For her dedication to public service and her lasting impact on the people and communities of Worcester, it is my honor to introduce the 2026 Thomas Green Public Service Award recipient, Kelsey Lamoureux.
Good evening, everybody. First, I would like to thank Carlisa Henry and Superintendent Brian Allen for their kind words. It's truly an honor to be one of this year's recipients of the Thomas Green Award with so many deserving nominations. I would also like to thank the entire Research Bureau team for their attention to detail with tonight's event and their commitment to celebrating those working in public service. Congratulations to my fellow recipients. Your dedication, leadership, and service to our community are inspiring, and I'm proud to be recognized alongside you tonight. I'm deeply grateful for this recognition, and especially thankful to the colleagues who nominated me. To be recognized by people whose work and commitment I admire makes this honor particularly meaningful. My entire career has been grounded in partnerships. Building career education programs requires collaboration among passionate educators, businesses, and community stakeholders. This work would not be possible without your openness, excitement, and generosity. Thank you to the Worcester community for being willing to engage in this work and invest in the future of our city. Speaking of the future, I would like to thank the students in the Innovation Career Pathways program. Their ambition, resilience, and willingness to embrace new opportunities inspire me every day and serve as a constant reminder of why this work matters. Over the years, I've had the privilege to learn from many with great expertise. I would especially like to thank Jeff Turgeon, Drew Weymouth, and Emily Lehman. As my supervisors over the past decade, they have taught me invaluable lessons about leadership, collaboration, and how to make a positive impact. The fact that all three were among those who nominated me for this award tonight is incredibly humbling and meaningful. Their mentorship, guidance, and continued partnership have shaped my professional journey, and I am grateful for their enduring support. Finally, I would like to thank my family. Your unwavering love, encouragement, and belief in me has been a constant source of strength in my life. To my husband, Chris, thank you for believing in me and supporting me through every adventure. You are always there to listen and encourage me as I dream big and there with kindness when I fall short. To my parents, thank you for your endless love and generosity. You have always given so freely of your time, energy, and resources, and I'm grateful for the example you have set. And to our entire family, our village, thank you for always showing up with love, positivity, and willingness to help. You have taught me some of life's most important lessons, that nothing is impossible when people come together, that community matters, and that there is always more that unites us than divides us. Those values are at the heart of both my work and my life, and I'm grateful for every day for our family. I'm honored to accept this award and grateful to call Worcester my home. Thank you.
Thank you again, and congratulations, Kelsey. All right. And for our final recipient of the night, we'll be honoring Sue Obiero, again from the Worcester Public Schools. And she, why, Sue, how are you doing? And she'll be introduced by Michelle Tufo-Afriye from Quinsigamond Community College.
I'm loath to touch the mic. Okay. So good evening, everyone. How's it going? I know that I stand between you and your next drink, so let's see what I can do to move this along. So it's my pleasure. It really is my pleasure. When Sue won this award, I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. Can I please help to recognize her? So Sue has dedicated 14 years to serving students, families, and the broader community through her work at Worcester Public Schools. I gotta say, you know, she's got a hard job. You know, who wants to be the assignment officer? Yeah, exactly. But her journey, began in 2012 as an administrative assistant at the Goddard School while she was pursuing her bachelor's degree in business. From there, she brought her talents to the superintendent's office at the Durkin Building before moving into the role that perfectly matched her passion for people as a parent liaison in the Parent Information Center. This is where I had the good fortune of meeting her. So we go way back. I was registering my youngest child, who is now a high schooler, for kindergarten. And previously, this will be my first child, actually, that I had registered in Worcester Public Schools. So I was like all the things, right? So, like so many families that she has helped over the years, I immediately experienced her warmth, patience, and a general commitment to serving others. So when her supervisor retired, Sue stepped forward and accepted the challenge of becoming this assignment officer. Although she will tell you she's not a behind-the-desk type of person, but rather a people person, that is what precisely makes her so exceptional in this role. For Sue, the most rewarding part of her work is serving the community, especially immigrant families who may be navigating our educational system for the very first time. She understands that enrolling a child in school can both be exciting and a bit overwhelming. Through every interaction, she offers reassurance, guidance, and a welcoming presence. She helps families understand not only how the system works, but also that they belong here, and that help will always be available. All they need to do is ask. The years that followed the pandemic, remember that, brought some of the most difficult challenges of Sue's career. She encountered students who had become disconnected from school, discouraged by the disruptions of those years, and uncertain on whether they will continue their education at all. For Sue, those situations were especially difficult to witness. Yet some of her greatest joys have come from seeing those same students return, stay the course, and ultimately graduate before aging out of the system at 22. Those success stories remind her every day why this work matters and why every student deserves someone who believes in them. What Sue is most proud of, however, is her team. She often describes them as one big, happy, multilingual family. Ooh, ooh. Where's her team at? See, now I lost my place. Together, they represent cultures and languages from around the world, including Arabic-speaking communities, Greece, Armenia, Lebanon, Ghana, the DR, Puerto Rico, and of course, Sue's native Kenya. Their shared mission is simple but powerful: to ensure that every family leaves their office better than they arrived, more informed, more supported, more hopeful, and less afraid. In many ways, they serve as the first welcome to Worcester Public Schools, helping families feel seen, heard, and valued from the moment they walk in their door. That same spirit and care extends beyond the workplace. Sue is a devoted mother of 4 children, Cindy, Tia, Tamara, and PJ, who are the center of her world. Do we get a shout out from the kids? When she is not serving students and families, she enjoys traveling, dancing, and music, bringing that same joy and energy to her personal life that she shares with everyone around her. Sue embodies the very best of public service. She approaches every family with compassion, every challenge with determination, and every opportunity with a commitment of making Worcester a stronger, more welcoming community for all. Through her work, thousands of students and families have found not only information and guidance, but also kindness, reassurance, and hope. Please join me in congratulating and welcoming Sue Oberio for the Thomas Creek Green Award.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, family, friends, partners, and colleagues. Jambo. You say jambo back. Jambo. Jambo back. I stand before you tonight with a heart full of gratitude to be named a finalist for the Thomas Green Public Service Award. Is more than an honor. It's a deeply humbling reminder of why we do this work. To be considered alongside so many dedicated public servants is a privilege, and I am really grateful. When I came to Worcester 32 years ago, I never imagined I would one day have the opportunity to serve this community in such a meaningful way. As an immigrant and a mother, I understand both the excitement and the challenges that come with navigating new systems and building a new life. Those experiences have shaped who I am and how I approach my work every single day. For the past 14 years, I have had the privilege of serving Worcester Public Schools in a variety of roles. I began my journey as an admin at the Gordon School of Science. I have seen Miss Perozzi over there. She was my assistant principal in 2012. Thank you so much, Miss Perozzi. When I walked in, I saw her. That's the first class I saw, and I'm like, Miss Perozzi, that was 2012. Thank you so much for coming. And that was 14 years ago. So as I said, I began my journey as an admin at the Gordon School and later brought my talents to the Duncan Administration Building. In each role, I discovered that my greatest passion was not simply the work itself, but the opportunity to serve people and make a difference in their lives. That journey eventually led me to the Parent Information Center, where I found my greatest joy in serving families directly. Every day, I have the privilege of meeting families from all walks of life. Some are enrolling their first child in school, some are new to Worcester, and many are new to this country. My goal has always been simple, that every family who walks through our doors at the Parent Information Center leaves feeling welcomed, supported, and reassured that they belong here and that the help is always available. Some of the most meaningful moments in my career have come during the most challenging times, and it's funny, Michelle kind of like talked about it. I was writing this speech at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm thinking, okay, all along I was like, I was just gonna come and speak, but then at 5 o'clock I said, what should I write? And it's funny that whatever Michelle said, it's pretty much what I wrote at 5 in the morning. After that pandemic, you remember pandemic, I have my kids here who are, during that time they didn't have graduation, they didn't have prom, they didn't have whatever. That was a difficult time. It was a really difficult time. A lot of kids left school because, they stayed home and they just were never motivated to go back to to school. And so before they aged out, my biggest joy is when they walked into the Parent Information Center with their parents and they are saying, I want to go back to school. And I'm looking at their records and I'm seeing they were this close to graduating, this close, but they gave up. So, that encouragement gave me, that was like my mom assignment, talking to them and telling them, look, you're this close, you need to go and graduate. You need to go to graduate. So when they graduated and they came back and said, I graduated, that was my biggest joy. And that is something that I have to, because everybody knows that the pandemic was tough. It was a very tough time. I'm incredibly grateful for the amazing team I work alongside every day at the Parent Information Center. We are more than co-workers, we are family. We come from many different cultures and backgrounds, like Michelle said. We have someone from Morocco, we have someone from Puerto Rico, we have someone from Dominican Republic, we have someone from Lebanon, we have someone from Syria. So every families that come in and they know that there is someone in the building that can speak their language, they're like, because it's tough sometimes because you don't actually know what to expect. You're scared, you're coming in, you don't know what to expect, but we make it easier for them. But we share one mission to make sure every family walks through our doors, lives more informed, more supported, more hopefully, and less afraid. It is an honor to serve alongside each one of you at the Parent Information Center. And to my former colleagues who have moved to new opportunities but still make it a point to stop by each year to say hello. I see Christina, I see Joanna, we have Renata, we have a lot of, some of our colleagues that still come in. They left, they went and, they're either wraparounds at the schools or they're teachers, they're doing something else, but every year during that time when they're on vacation, they still come in and check in with us. That is amazing. And I'm really blessed, and thank you so much. Thank you for always coming back. Please continue coming back. I want to thank the executive directors, Worcester Public Schools, the superintendent. I remember when my son was in high school, and I mentioned that he wanted to take internship, and Brian actually offered him a job as an intern in his office, and now he works in the Wall Street. And, because of what you instilled in him, it's amazing. So, as a community, thank you so much, and thank you for being, my superintendent. I'm really honored. Thank you so much. I have also been blessed with incredible leaders throughout my career who believed in me, encouraged me, and gave me opportunities to grow. I would like to thank my supervisors, former supervisors, but I still work with them. Casey, Deborah, Jessica, Juliana, and most of all, my current supervisor, Patty. Thank you. Your guidance, your encouragement, and confidence in me have helped me continue shaping my journey. I'm not done yet. I'm still, every day, you're helping me, Patty. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunities you've all given me to grow each and every day. Thank you. I also would like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the people who nominated me. Thank you so much. The fact that you thought of me and believed that my work was worthy of this recognition is something I will never forget. Thank you for your confidence. Thank you for your kindness, and for following me, and for allowing me the opportunity to represent the work that so many of us do together. Thank you. Thank you. I would also like to thank the friends who have become family to me. And I'm just going to name a few. There are millions, but I'm going to name just a few. My dear friend Winnie, my die-hard sister from the Caribbean, Winnie. Who doesn't know Winnie? Winnie came into my life 27 years ago through a simple act of kindness. When I used to give her children her children and my kids had swimming lessons together, and I'll give her kids a ride. And what started as a small gesture became a lifelong friendship. Our children have grown up together. We've shared many wonderful memories, and we've truly become family. Thank you so much, Winnie. Thank you. My dear friend Mary. Mary showed me another beautiful act of kindness. More than 20 years ago, when my car broke, we were in school together, and my car broke down, and I wasn't sure how I would manage. She generously offered me her own car, until I could get back on my feet. Now, you can't forget that. I will never forget the act of generosity that Winnie, Mary, Ann Bureau, and so many others that I cannot even manage, say because of time. They just remind me that community is built through kindness, trust, and showing up for one another. Most importantly, I want to thank my 4 beautiful children. I have Cindy, who's the oldest, PJ, Tia, and Tamara. You are my greatest blessings and my greatest motivation. Everything I do is rooted in the hope of creating a better future for you and for the many children and families that we serve. As I look around this room tonight, I'm reminded that none of us gets here alone. We are lifted by our families, we are encouraged by our mentors, we are supported by our friends, and we are strengthened by our colleagues and inspired by the communities that we serve. To my children and to my Parent Information Center family, I leave you with this simple message. Always choose to be kind and humble. You never know what someone else is carrying, what struggles they are facing, or how a small act of compassion can change someone's life. Treat every person with dignity and grace, and never let success keep you from extending a helping hand to others. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said, everybody can be great because anybody can serve. I have been blessed to be served by others, to serve alongside extraordinary people, and to serve this incredible community of Worcester. It has been one of the greatest privileges of my life. And I have learned that success is not measured by the recognition we receive, but by the lives we touch and the kindness we leave behind. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, and may God bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that, Sue. I'm sure, like me, everyone else felt like they need to learn more languages. Me and Duolingo about to become like this, Sue. We're gonna get there. Thank you to all the recipients. I do want to make a quick note that the Woo Sox are going to be recognizing our recipients before the game on Sunday, June 28th. And I believe you all know, but they'll be receiving keys to the city from the mayor at the upcoming city council meeting. So that's fantastic. And so with that, I would just like to, one more time, just if we can get the loudest round of applause for all of our recipients. Congratulations to you all. Thank you again to our committee for the work you've done. Thank you so much to our host, the DCU Center, for having us. Thank you to our city manager, our councilor, our superintendent for being here. Thank you to our state reps in the back, Donahue and Keefe. Thank you to our school committee member. And just in the spirit of none of us getting here alone, thank you to the families, the friends, the colleagues, for showing up. Thank you to the folk on the staff for doing all you're doing, you folks there serving and on the camera. And behind this curtain, there's a person behind here. You may not know that, but there's a person back here who's been keeping us going, keeping the levels right. So for all those people that make things happen, also quick shout to my boss, because he's here. He lets me do this kind of stuff for a living, which is amazing. So thank you. Yep, John, thank you for that. Appreciate it. I hope you folks enjoy the reception. I hope you folks get home safely. In case you had any questions between my shoes and my tie, Nixon 5. So, have a good night.